Hi, Ruth Elaine David here on October 26th, 2011. What I would like to do is make a commentary on the article, Why Do I Stay in an Emotionally Abusive Relationship and Add Emotional Pain to My Life? One of the things before getting into the why and asking yourself why, what would be really beneficial is if you ask yourself, what does it mean? What does it mean that you are at the point in your life that you're asking yourself, why am I staying in an emotionally abusive relationship? And not only that, that I am making a cognizant choice. I'm making a choice to add emotional pain into my life. And what that means, if you're asking yourself this question, is that you've recognized this is not the way you thought your life would ever be going, number one. And number two, you've realized this is not the way you want your life to continue going. So once you've established what it means that you're even at the point of asking yourself this question, let's move into the why. The reason given in this article was a reason given for an individual that are in the initial stages of being in an emotionally abusive relationship. The longer you stay in this type of relationship, the more entangled the reasons become and the more difficult it will become to get out and stay out of the relationship. So what this article uses is a strategy or technique of using a timeline. And so just like the emotionally abusive relationship is on a timeline where in the initial stages the relationship was not abusive and then it became abusive, that abuse gets worse and worse and worse. It escalates. So understand that this article is using the strategy of using a timeline. Now going back to why am I staying in an emotionally abusive relationship and adding emotional pain to my life? If you would take a piece of paper and write down from the beginning of the relationship, what were your experiences? What were your feelings at that time? And most likely it is as if you were meeting the knight in shining armor. And on this website there is actually an article entitled Knight in Shining Armor, and it is chapter 1 in a book that will be published shortly. And in that, your feelings are like you've met this person, they couldn't be more perfect. It's a time of discovery and excitement and romance, and the feelings are ooey gooey. And you go through time, and all of a sudden you're into the present, when the times are distressing and confusing and painful, and your guts almost feel like they're wrenching and you want to pull your hair out. And what happens is it's very common that a person will take their experience from the past, all the good feelings, and recall those things and then mix them with the turmoil that's happening in the present. Once you use the strategy or technique of literally writing the thoughts, getting them out of your head of what it used to be like in the early stages of the relationship and what it is like now, it's like it miraculously clears your mind so that you can make better choices. At the point in the present, if you have not addressed with your partner your concerns and your hurts and how the behaviors are hurting you, then this is the time to do it. If you already have addressed your concerns innumerable times and no change on their part is occurring, they act as if they could care less, or they're not connecting with that you are in distress and they're oblivious that they're hurting you, the simple fact that you're writing these things down and getting them out of your head will help you to make better choices on what to do with this relationship. Again, understand that where the reason number one is at this point in time, early on in the relationship, you are wanting to bring the good old days back into the present. However, it isn't the present. That is in the past. Again, the longer you stay in an emotionally abusive relationship, The reasons of why you're staying will become more entangled and more challenging, and it will become more difficult to get out and stay out of the relationship. There is hope, and the reasons number 2 and 3, if you're deeper into an emotionally abusive relationship, will be addressed in future articles and future videos that you'll be able to access here on this website, escapeemotionalabusernow.com. Thank you, and my very best to you.